Welcome to the bold analysis. I want to ask this in the interest of the general public. The case between DJ Evolve and Babu Owino has been dragging in court for quite some time. But what will be the whole point, or rather how justice will be served, of sending Babu Owino to jail and despite of spending over 58 million on DJ Evolve's welfare? Between sending Babu to jail and getting an out of the court settlement where DJ Evolve can get some support, which one is better? Because again here, sometimes justice is defined and maybe a bit of some compensation, and the case will drag for that long now. That case has taken more than 3 years. If we were just to pursue the case without Babu Owino taking care of DJ Evolve, will he even survive? There's a question that most of us need to ask. I've listened to his presentation today in court and also a reaction from Miguna Miguna, because Miguna Miguna seems to be determined that Babu Owino should be jailed. And this case for quite some time has been a weapon, a very sharp weapon in Babu Owino's political career. And just listening to his stand when he was defending himself about this case, there is something that I think we need to define. It is absolutely wrong, and no one will support the shooting of DJ Evolve unless someone is a little bit insensitive. But now that it had happened, I think the responsibility of taking the welfare of DJ Evolve cannot be underestimated, because we know in this country, our judicial system is flawed. And how many people go through what such cases go and they don't get the support they need? I wanted to listen to what Babu said in court in respect to this case.
That is the time that Felix was in the hospital in ICU. After being removed, he was on and off again, doing other several surgeries. And the bill continued accumulating at Nairobi Hospital to 23 million. Then, having noted that Felix was immobile and could not move, I decided to buy him a house at Kilimani, an apartment. With a value of around 17 million. Hired 2 nurses for Felix, 2 physiotherapists, one occupational therapist.
Just be a bit slow. We are not used to the medical world. Occupational
therapists,
yes.
1, then 2 physiotherapists and 2 nurses, which up to date I'm paying a total of 300,000 per month. You do that for 37 months so far from the time.
Just low. So you are paying 300 per month.
Per month.
Just that aspect of physiotherapy.
2 nurses,
Yes.
2 physiotherapists, 1 occupational therapist, a total of 300,000 per month. And I've done this for 37 months so far up to date, which brings a total of 11.1 million. His 0.1 million.
And that is still going on? Or
It's still going on.
Does it still need that?
Still going on.
Yes.
His upkeep, which is 70,000 per month that I send him, that he uses to pay his bills and purchase of food, together with medicine and other consumables, which is 80,000 per month. So the two, 70 plus 80,000 is 150,000, which I've paid up to date for 37 months, totaling to 5.5 million.
That
Then
particular need, is it still going to be, is it continuous?
it is continuous.
It is still something that he needs.
Yeah, it's something he needs, and I may stop it once he is in a better condition and is back on his feet. Then there's the last surgery that we did, Your Honor, that costed 2 million, that made him now to speak as we are talking. Felix is speaking the way we are speaking.
Now, that is what he explained in court. Now, Miguna Miguna has also done a video and is telling the courts that they must make sure that Babu Owino is jailed. In what I'm seeing as a strategy to just stir the public, to trigger the public emotions, to trigger the emotional battalion around the issue, using that case to plot what will be a political downfall. Now, someone just shared with me that video. He was asking me, Kevin, what do you think is the beef between Miguna Miguna and Babu Owino? Is Miguna hearing about this case for the first time? No. He has heard about it. Has he ever commented? No. So this is first giving his first position and really explaining his stand that Babu Owino must be jailed. Now, I want you to listen to that, because it will point out what I've really listened to, the way he's trying to sugarcoat the whole thing by protecting others. And of course, two wrongs don't make a right. But get the sound of Janyando here.
For the avoidance of any doubt, Babu Owino should go to jail for life without remission. I said life without remission. Babu Owino is a brutal criminal who shot DJ Evolve twice in the neck in cold blood. Babu Owino was captured on video, which everyone has seen. There should be no diversion, no ADR, no mediation between a brutal criminal like Babu Owino and his victim, the vulnerable DJ Evolve. DJ Evolve would have recovered over 2 billion Kenya shillings had Babu Owino been prosecuted properly, convicted and sentenced. DJ Evolve does not need sympathy or pity from Babu Owino. DJ Evolve's father was not the victim of the crime, and Babu Owino should not exploit his poverty to his end, to achieve his ends. It is a grievous failure of the Kenyan justice system and the prosecutorial authorities for failing to prosecute Babu to the fullest extent of the law. I have had people give excuses. Why am I not mentioning ex-governor Obado? I have not seen any video. implicating Obado in any crime. If you have seen that video, I need to see it. I've not seen any other video implicating anyone else. What we saw with Babu Owino is indisputable, cannot be argued with. And a society that tolerates this criminal is not a society that can prosper, that can bring justice, that can bring equity, that can bring democracy.
Miguna Miguna is the most dishonest leader I think I've ever seen. And that video is just exposing his dishonesty in whether he's looking for justice for DJ Evolve or what. Because he's saying, yes, Babu Owino, the video came on the shooting. And I don't think that was a bit of a denial. But just the family of Sharon is not a lesser one than that of the Evolve. But because of political posturing, if you're a lawyer and you want to speak as in terms of social justice, then in the same measure, you also need to call out because Obado was highly linked with the Sharon. Probably not. How about Didmas Baraza? Yes, the gentleman died. In fact, the two people have lost lives. At least DJ Evolve, people, there's still expenditure. Babu is still spending on his side, and he didn't die. Now, the same way the good lawyer is calling for justice, we all know that we have to be very honest. The war between, the beef between Janyando and Babu Owino has nothing to do with the case of DJ Evolve. It is just like he has just gotten a leeway. He has just gotten something kidogo to play politics, but is not honestly pushing for justice for DJ Evolve. And clearly, he's just trying to settle his political cause with Babu. I don't know to what extent. I've listened to how it was done, and I've still maintained that it is, of course, what just Babu allegedly did to DJ Evolve is injustice. The shooting is injustice. There is no way to defend it. But again, coming over to shoulder, to give a shoulder, to give the DJ Evolve a shoulder to lean on, is not something that can be underestimated. There are many cases where people are left out there and they pass on, and life goes on. So we know very well that in quite many instances, things have never been right. Now, Babu Owino is not a lightweight. And what Miguna Miguna is not telling you is that Babu is a threat to his camp because he's a very serious candidate in post-Raila era, both here in Nairobi and even in the Nyanza politics. In fact, it's true that before Miguna changed, not really went overboard in his brand of politics, I think he was a very strong candidate to be a Raila's successor. But Babu being in the fold, he's one of the talking points when people speak about someone that can take on Raila mantle. He's a very serious contender. He's a very serious candidate on that. And that is why probably the likes of Miguna Miguna are now trying by all means to get him out of the way. It is not something that is very easy. But again, I remember I was supposed to vie for Governor Nairobi, and then the other one in Kisumu, there was also one that he would also take over from Nyong'o, but of course that has not been confirmed now. The deep state would also want to deflate the Azimio fold, and Babu Owino is a key player in the Azimio wing. Probably this case can be used to redeem the image of the judiciary, which is fair. But if, with all fairness, if Miguna is fighting for DJ Evolve, then in the same measure, even the family of Sharon is not a lesser one. The gentleman who also died in Bungoma is not a lesser one. In Mombasa, as a very powerful CS, not in Mombasa, in Kilifi, Aisha Juma was also linked to another one. So this has been a phenomenon that has been happening with those in power. But the fact that Babu stood out and has been providing for this gentleman, I think that should not be wished away. I am not sure. And I remember the case of Aisha Juma and the gentleman. The case, even Aisha Juma was relieved of that case. And some guy, I think, is behind bar, if I'm not wrong. So we need to appreciate and give credit where it's due. I think for this, if Miguna is fighting for social justice in this, then it should cut across. Thank you.